There's one decision Jack Dorsey made that changed everything. Most people never see it coming. Jack Patrick Dorsey was born on November 19, 1976, in St. Louis, Missouri. According to biographical accounts and interviews, he grew up in a middle-class family where his father worked for a company that developed mass spectrometers and his mother was a homemaker. From an early age, Dorsey showed an unusual fascination with maps, trains, and dispatch systems. As reported by various tech publications, he would spend hours listening to police scanners and emergency dispatch radios, captivated by the coordination of movement and communication across a city. This early obsession with real-time communication and logistics would prove prophetic. Dorsey attended Bishop Dubeg High School in St. Louis, where he first encountered programming. According to the New York Times and other biographical sources, he taught himself to code and became fascinated with the idea of status updates and short-form communication. He briefly attended New York University but dropped out in 1999, just one credit short of graduating. The formative experience that shaped Dorsey's thinking came during his teenage years when he created dispatch software for taxi companies and emergency services. As reported by Wired and other tech publications, this early work with real-time location tracking and short message coordination planted the seeds for what would later become Twitter. He understood the power of brief, immediate communication in coordinating complex systems. After leaving NYU, Dorsey moved to California and worked at various tech companies, including a stint at a podcasting company called Audio. It was at Audio in 2006 where the pivotal moment occurred. According to multiple accounts, including those from co-founders and tech historians, Dorsey pitched an idea for a service that would allow people to share short status updates with friends via SMS. The concept was simple but revolutionary: send brief messages to a network of followers about what you were doing in real time. The problem Dorsey observed was that existing communication platforms were either too formal, like email, or too private, like text messaging. There was no simple way to broadcast brief thoughts or updates to a group of interested people. Social networks existed, but they were clunky and required long-form posts. Dorsey envisioned something more immediate and conversational. Initial skepticism was widespread. According to various tech industry reports, many investors and tech executives dismissed the idea as trivial. Why would anyone care about random thoughts limited to 140 characters? The concept seemed too simple, too constrained to build a meaningful business around. Even within Audio, the idea was initially seen as a side project rather than a core focus. But Jack Dorsey was about to make a move that would change everything. Because sometimes the most profound innovations come disguised as the simplest ideas. The breakthrough came when Dorsey and his county founders Biz Stone and Evan Williams decided to spin Twitter out of Audio as an independent company in 2007. According to SEC filings and company statements, they recognized that the microblogging concept had potential beyond what they initially imagined. The contrarian insight was that brevity, rather than being a limitation, was actually a feature. In an age of information overload, people wanted quick, digestible updates. The strategic approach was elegantly simple. Focus on real-time, public conversation in short bursts. According to company histories and tech journalism, Twitter launched publicly in July 2006 with Dorsey sending the first tweet, "Just setting up my TWTTR." The platform grew slowly at first, but gained momentum through viral adoption at tech conferences and among early internet adopters. The first major validation came during the 2007 South by Southwest conference in Austin, Texas. According to multiple reports, Twitter usage exploded during the event as attendees used it to coordinate meetups and share real-time updates. This demonstrated the platform's utility for live event coverage and real-time communication. The company placed flat-screen monitors throughout the conference displaying tweets, creating a feedback loop that drove adoption. Early traction accelerated during major news events. As reported by news outlets and social media researchers, Twitter became the go-to platform for real-time information during breaking news, natural disasters, and political events. The 2008 presidential election saw significant Twitter adoption, and the platform proved invaluable during events like the 2009 Iranian protests, where it became a crucial communication tool when other media was restricted. The pattern that emerged was systematic rather than lucky. Twitter had created a new form of media, something between broadcasting and conversation. Users could follow interesting people, participate in global discussions, and share information instantly. The 140-character limit, originally based on SMS constraints, became a defining feature that forced clarity and encouraged rapid engagement. Dorsey's role evolved as the company grew. According to company statements and business publications, he served as CEO until 2010, when he was replaced by Dick Costolo as the board sought more experienced leadership for the rapidly scaling company. However, Dorsey remained involved as executive chairman and continued to shape the product's direction. But success was about to attract unwanted attention, because rapid growth in social media brings intense scrutiny over content, influence, and responsibility. The challenges began mounting as Twitter's influence grew. The platform faced criticism over its handling of harassment, misinformation, and abuse. According to reports from the Wall Street Journal and other publications, the company struggled to balance free speech principles with user safety. High-profile cases of harassment and coordinated attacks on users, particularly women and minorities, drew negative attention and advertiser concerns. Technical challenges also emerged. The platform famously struggled with outages during high-traffic events, earning the fail whale error page internet notoriety. According to tech publications, Twitter's infrastructure couldn't initially handle the massive spikes in usage during breaking news or viral events. The company had to completely rebuild its technical architecture multiple times. Meanwhile, Dorsey had started another company, Square, in 2009, which focused on mobile payments and point-of-sale systems for small businesses. According to Forbes and business publications, juggling leadership roles at two high-growth companies created additional complexity and divided attention concerns among investors and board members. The most significant crisis came with leadership instability. In 2015, according to company statements and SEC filings, Twitter's board brought Dorsey back as CEO after a period of declining user growth and stock performance under interim leadership. The company was struggling to compete with faster-growing platforms like Facebook and Instagram while defining its role in an increasingly complex social media landscape. What was at stake was Twitter's relevance and survival as an independent company. User growth had stagnated, revenue growth was inconsistent, and the platform faced existential questions about its purpose and business model. According to financial reports, the company was under pressure from investors to either accelerate growth or consider acquisition offers. Dorsey navigated these challenges by focusing on product improvements and clearer positioning. According to company reports, Twitter introduced features like longer tweets, improved harassment controls, and better content discovery. The platform doubled down on its strength as a real-time information network, particularly for news, sports, and live events. The outcome was far from certain, But what happened next surprised everyone by demonstrating the platform's unique cultural and political influence. Twitter's role in major global events established its significance beyond typical social media metrics. According to news reports and academic studies, the platform became central to political movements, from the Arab Spring to various election cycles worldwide. Political leaders, including presidents and prime ministers, used Twitter as their primary communication channel, making it essential infrastructure for public discourse. The 2016 US presidential election marked a turning point in Twitter's influence. According to media reports and political analyses, the platform became a primary venue for political debate, campaign messaging, and real-time election coverage. This elevated Twitter's importance but also intensified scrutiny over its content policies and potential influence on democratic processes. Under Dorsey's returned leadership, Twitter made significant product and policy changes. According to company statements and tech publications, the platform expanded tweet length from 140 to 280 characters in 2017, introduced new safety features, and implemented more aggressive content moderation policies. The company also made strategic acquisitions, including Periscope for live video streaming. The business model evolved significantly. According to SEC filings and earnings reports, Twitter developed multiple revenue streams including promoted tweets, video advertising, and data licensing. While growth remained slower than competitors like Facebook, the platform achieved consistent profitability and demonstrated the value of its unique position in real-time conversation. Twitter's influence reached its peak during major news cycles and crises. According to usage statistics and media reports, the platform became the primary source for breaking news, emergency information, and public discourse during events like natural disasters, terrorist attacks, and the COVID-19 pandemic. This utility justified its existence even when user growth lagged behind other platforms. The compounding effect of Twitter's influence became clear through its impact on media, politics, and culture. According to journalism studies and media reports, Twitter shaped news cycles, influenced political campaigns, and created new forms of celebrity and influence. The platform's role in amplifying voices and movements demonstrated its unique position in the digital ecosystem. Current Empire State reflects Twitter's evolution from a simple status update service to critical communication infrastructure. According to recent company valuations and reports, before Elon Musk's acquisition in 2022, Twitter was valued at over $40 billion. Dorsey's stake in the company, combined with his other ventures including Square, now Block, contributed to his billionaire status as reported by Forbes. But here's what this actually means for anyone watching. The visible success of Twitter masks the systematic approach Dorsey used to identify and solve a fundamental human need for real-time, public conversation. Several key principles explain why Jack Dorsey's approach worked and why it wasn't just luck or timing. First, he identified a genuine gap in human communication. The need for brief, real-time, public updates existed before Twitter, but no platform served it effectively. The insight was recognizing that constraints, like character limits, could enhance rather than limit communication. Second, Dorsey understood the power of simplicity in product design. According to design principles he's discussed publicly, Twitter succeeded because it did one thing extremely well rather than trying to be everything to everyone. This focus allowed rapid adoption and clear value proposition. Third, the timing aligned with mobile technology adoption and social media emergence. According to tech industry analyses, Twitter launched as smartphones were becoming mainstream and people were becoming comfortable with social sharing. The platform rode this wave while establishing unique positioning. Fourth, Dorsey demonstrated the importance of persistence through challenges. According to business reports, both Twitter and Square faced numerous obstacles, technical failures, and market skepticism. Success required continuing to iterate and improve despite setbacks. What's required to replicate this approach includes several elements. First, the mindset to identify overlooked human needs and design elegant solutions. Second, the technical capability to build and scale platforms that serve millions of users. Third, the business acumen to monetize attention and engagement. Fourth, the leadership skills to navigate complex stakeholder relationships and public scrutiny. Modern applicability remains strong. The principles behind Twitter's success, real-time communication, network effects, and platform thinking, continue to drive successful companies. However, the social media landscape has become more competitive and regulated, requiring more sophisticated approaches to growth and monetization. The approach also demonstrates the importance of timing and market readiness. Twitter succeeded because it launched when multiple technological and social trends converged, creating the perfect environment for its specific solution to communication needs. And that's how Jack Dorsey built Twitter into a platform that fundamentally changed global communication and established himself as one of tech's most influential entrepreneurs. If you enjoyed learning about Jack Dorsey's journey and you're interested in building your own empire, there's something you need to know. Jack Dorsey and 78% of the Forbes 400 use a specific strategy to build massive businesses and multiply their wealth systematically. But here's what most people miss: there's a pattern. A strategy hiding in plain sight. The Forbes 400 know it. They exploit it. They've built fortunes with it. And it's been hidden from mainstream business education for decades. First link in the description reveals what the titans of industry don't talk about publicly. Watch it next. 10 minutes that could change everything.